Good morning.
I'm here representing my daughter, Jennifer.
Jennifer is charged with parking in India Point Park.
Right.
What did Jennifer tell you about this?
I'll explain to you what happened. 5 days prior to this parking violation, she had a flat tire on 95 South. It was changed and her spare was put on. On the evening of the 8th, she left work and she got another flat tire. It was pitch dark. She didn't see any signs that said no overnight parking. And it was towed to the tire warehouse where she went and had all 4 tires put on due to the fact she didn't want to go through this again since it happened twice in 1 week. There was no parking ticket on the windshield or on the car. It wasn't until the 28th of February that she received this. Now, she's a tax auditor for a CPA firm in Providence, and they're not allowed to take time out of work until the 20th of April. She called the office here 3 times and told them that she couldn't make this 16th, but nobody ever told her somebody could come here and represent her. It wasn't until last week when she was sent to collections for this ticket that I called, and they said, oh, well, you can come represent her. So.
Well, you did a good job.
Huh?
You did a good job.
Well, hey, that's my job. But
what do you mean that's your job?
To be
You're not an attorney.
No, I'm not an attorney.
That's what I meant. I mean, you're doing a better job than most of the attorneys. They usually stumble on this. Inspector Quinn, did you analyze the
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
documentation that was submitted?
Yes, I did.
Is it a forgery?
The problem is, sir, that the police officer should have seen that the car wasn't parked there on purpose, that it was disabled because it couldn't be moved.
No, see, you were doing a good job.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to tell you a story.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what they tell first-year law students. Here's what they tell them. They say, when you win your case, don't say another word.
Okay.
Because many attorneys have talked themselves into victory and then forged ahead and talked themselves into defeat. You did a good job on this. I get the picture. Actually, she wasn't charged with overnight parking. She was charged with parking in India Point. You can't park in India Point.
Well, see, she didn't know that because all right.
Once more, you're going to get this, okay? All right. All right. We have a very compelling argument from the mother of Jennifer. Unfortunately, Jennifer, she may be a brilliant accountant, but she's not really a good tire inspector. She got 2 flat tires. She had bald tires. So she has new tires. The car was towed. I think that's more than enough punishment. So I'm going to dismiss the tickets.
Thank you, sir.
Matter is dismissed. Nice job. This woman spent a great deal of time preparing that case. That was a great presentation. She had the documentation. She was very glib. She was very articulate. And then, of course, she was forging ahead. I was just joking with her. She wasn't going to talk herself into defeat. But there's an example of motherly love, and it doesn't make any difference how old the kids are. Her daughter's a CPA. She's in court arguing for parking tickets. Where does it end? I don't know.
Erica Davies.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, Eric. Erica, you have a red light violation on Dean and Route 10. This was at 2:04 in the afternoon. Let's take a look at it.
I wasn't sure where I was going, so I wasn't really, I guess, paying attention to the light. I was trying to find where I could take a turn.
It's a flagrant violation. You went right through the light.
No, and it's good driving record. I haven't had a ticket in probably 10 years.
We know you're a good kid. We know you're an excellent driver. It's never going to happen
Except that
again.
one moment.
And we know that after you paid this $85, you are never going to go through another red
I'm
light.
going to try not to.
Good luck.
It was a very stupid thing I did.
So you're pleading stupidity. You don't communicate with him any longer?
No, because he has a restraining order against me.
Veronica, you're charged with parking in the handicap zone.
I am, Your Honor. I have a placard, neglected to put it in the rearview mirror that day. It was in the glove box.
Your handicap placard was in the glove box?
Yes.
I see.
And I do have the
so
paperwork.
your defense is that the parking enforcement officer had the audacity to give you a ticket without checking your glove box
No,
first.
not at all. It was a very stupid thing I did.
So you're pleading stupidity?
Yes. Old age.
All right. All right, Ms. Carney, obviously you have some kind of a physical disability. I'm aware of that. And if you're, I hope you don't take offense to some of the things I say.
Not at all.
What I do here is, I was explaining earlier that for most of you, this is your first time in a court of law. You don't go to the federal court, you don't go to the superior court. And when you come in here, it could be a real intimidating experience for most people. Right, you got Inspector Quinn with that big gun, you got a judge with a robe, you got oak paneled courtroom, so it's an intimidating experience. So what we try to do is we try to make it less intimidating, and we inject a little humor into the proceedings, not to detract from the seriousness of the offense, obviously.
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so do you want to go do 5 days at the men or women's reformatory? The matter is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sylvia. Sylvia,
Yes.
you have 3 parking tickets and 2 red light violations.
Okay, so 2 of those are not mine because I've only registered my car like a year and a half ago. I didn't even have a license in 2008 or 2009.
You have 3 tickets, they have all tripled because they weren't paid on time.
I wasn't even aware of those tickets though.
Who drives the vehicle?
The father of my daughter.
The vehicle is registered to you, but you don't drive it? No. Well, did you speak to him about paying for the tickets? And what was the response? Don't get nervous. I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying
I
to.
know. I don't really keep communication with him anymore.
You don't communicate with him any longer?
No, because he has a restraining order against me.
Well, I mean, these tickets were only 2 months ago. No.
I understand that.
Not even 2 months ago, like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. But I don't drive that vehicle. It's registered under my name. Well, not anymore, but it was at that time.
Well, the fines have already tripled.
I understand.
There was no effort to pay them. I'm going to dismiss one of the parking tickets. It's going to cost you $55 for the other 2. If you can't pay that, we'll put you on a payment plan.
Okay.
You can work out a payment plan with Carol, okay? All right, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
What do you do in situations like this? I ponder over this and I try to do the right thing because there are so many things that are going on in people's lives when they come before us. Now, I didn't want to probe too much into this young lady's life because it's personal with her and she's here for parking tickets. But you can tell by looking at her, by her explanation, that there's an awful lot going on in her life behind the scenes that led to these tickets. So I dismissed 75% of the cost of the tickets, really. So she ended up paying 25% of what the tickets would have cost her with the penalties. I think I did the right thing. At least I hope I did. But we have to take into consideration the totality of the circumstances in many of these cases.